Test, test, test. Okay, there we go. Well, I guess I need to start again. Um, Good evening, everybody. Unfortunately, Ukraine is not having such a good evening, morning. 5:43 a.m. in Ukraine. UAVs floating around between Kyiv, Vinnytsia, Zhytomyr. Yeah, except I have it muted so I don't hear crap like that while I'm on stream. Or when mainly you guys don't hear my phone going off while I'm on stream. I learned that one after getting my quack attack during Rick's my time on Rick's. um it's been a heck of a week for me. 110 up to 120 for the last 4 or 5 days. Just awful heat here in the Dakotas. Um yeah, this house is not designed to deal with heat. It is designed to keep in heat because of our cold winters, and it keeps in heat very, very well. Keeping heat out, not so much. But it is 67, 68 degrees in my room right now, and I'm happy. I would much rather be cold than hot because, well, the running joke is if you're cold, you can always put more clothes on. If it's hot, you can only take so much off before they send you to jail. Um, yeah, literally, like yesterday, I was halfway up the stairs and said, "Screw that! No way! I'm going up the rest of the way," because it was already hot, sweating from the heat, kind of hot. Um, just couldn't do it. Even with the towel, yeah, it's just too hot. Hopefully, we will have those kinds of temperatures for the rest of the summer. And for the fall, well, I'll be in Kyiv. Hmm. Uh, yeah, hopefully this doesn't come over to you guys because we had a storm move in last night and the temperature dropped from like 90 degrees. A sleeping porch to stream from. Yeah, I want one. It's in Kyiv and it's a balcony off the second or third floor. But yeah, we had a storm move in last night and it cooled right off. We went from like 90 degrees at 11 o'clock to maybe 65 degrees at midnight. Oh, it felt great. And I was just sitting there in front of the window with the fan blowing the air from outside in, and I'm like, ah. uh, um, yeah, let's go through the air alerts, starting with Donetsk. Explosions reported in Slovansk 6 hours, 16 minutes ago. Under air alert for now for 17 hours, 13 minutes. Kharkiv, under air alert for 1 hour, 46 minutes. Poltava, in Poltava region of Poltava Oblast. Explosions reported 3 hours, 34 minutes ago. Been under air alert for 4 hours, 30 minutes. Sumy. Been under air alert for 8 hours and 30 minutes. Kivnograd, under air alert for 4 hours, 30 minutes. Cherkasky, been under air alert for 3 hours, 12 minutes. Venetia, 1 hour 26 minutes. Zhotomir, 1 hour 16 minutes. Drones reported in the Zhotomir region. 4 UAVs are moving past Rusin towards Zhotomir city. Kyiv Oblast for 2 hours 51 minutes. And Kyiv City for 1 hour 45 minutes. And last but not least, Chernihiv under air alert for 4 hours 18 minutes. That's funny, Adam. That's really funny. No new packages have arrived from Amazon, but let me do this. Copy. So this is my fundraiser at the moment. Now pinned to the top of chat. And I drag the screen over. So yes, I put together an Amazon wish list for my Ukraine trip. You know, help me pack my bags and save lives while you're at it. From genuine North American Rescue Cat 7, Gen 7 cat, high fin chest seal, Israeli bandages. Those things are really nice because you just put the bandage over, you wrap it around, cinch it down, and then wrap it up, and it applies pressure as well as bleeding control. Very, very useful, and kind of a luxury item on the front lines. A lot of the guys I've talked to, they're just putting gauze and then wrapping it with an ace wrap. So these kind of bandages are amazing and a bit of a luxury for the guys. So I'd like to see more of those come. And of course, bleed stop. Let me show you guys a bit more on the bleed stop. I don't want to. I'll just look it up again. I don't want to mess with that list. So for minor cuts to large bleeding wounds, this is like a little powder. Just a little package of powder. You rip open the package, you pour it on the wound, and it helps the wound clot. Basically, you put that stuff on, you put the bandage on, and that should be good for most wounds until they can get to a better facility. This is kind of stuff that could mean the difference between life and death for the guys because, you know, bleeding, pour that on, it clots the bleeding. You know, some things don't need a tourniquet because if you use this stuff, you might not need to use the tourniquet. So it could mean the difference between a guy coming home with an arm or without. Let's see if I can get a better picture for it. Yeah, these are the packages. Oh, come on. Oh, I know there has to be some images on here that show. Okay, maybe not.
All right, guys, so we're super excited to announce that we're now going to be carrying Bleed Stop. This is a hemostatic powder you can use to help you form clots whenever you're dealing with bleeding. To use it simply, you're going to apply liberally to the wound. And then after that, obviously apply direct pressure. To stimulate that, we're going to mix this up here with a spoon. And in about 10 seconds, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've effectively made a clot. Make sure to check it out.
That's what it does. That stuff is amazing. It is the cheapest thing on the list, and it comes in a 4-pack. So each one of those is a guy saved. So $15 could save up to 4 guys. Again, you guys haven't. Oh, yeah. Keep saying guys. I'm not flying out till September, so this will be up until. Oh shit! What's the month before September? June, July, August. So August, like the 1st of August, I'll take this wish list down. This will be ongoing in the background until then. And was talking with Cars for Ukraine, and they're talking about doing another fundraiser for summer. I'll have to think on that one, see what comes up. In the meantime, if you can afford to and want to send some medical supplies to Ukraine, I'll be taking them there in September and getting some IFAKs made up for help get some IFAKs made up for the guys and gals on the front. Thank you for everybody who has KKGG and Kaz for sending in the 2 packages already. Hey there, Golby. Let's get into the operational information for today. May 15th, 2025 at 8 a.m., 8:05 a.m. Ukraine time. As always, the report starts with glory to Ukraine. Depends on how much there is. Last time I took that chessboard in my luggage and had plenty of stuff for me. So I'm hoping I'm hoping that people send me enough stuff that I need another suitcase. That would be a nice problem to have there, Pat. Of course, you can always send extra if you have if you can't afford one of those, send cash to my PayPal, and I'll be doing a order directly from North American Rescue in August, and try to fill up that suitcase. Ooh. Yeah, don't let your kittens fight raccoons. Raccoons don't fight fair. The 1177th day of the large-scale armed aggression of the Russian Federation against Ukraine has begun. In total, 168 combat clashes were recorded over the past day. Yesterday, the invaders carried out 1 missile strike and 68 airstrikes, using 1 missile and dropping 108 guided air bombs. In addition, they carried out 3,327 kamikaze drones to destroy our troops and settlements, and carried out about 5,298 artillery strikes on our troops and settlements, 151 of which were from MLRSs. The aggressor carried out airstrikes in the areas of the settlements of Richi, Bilopilia, Insumi, Pidliman, okay, Kupiansk, Kharkiv region, Yalta, Konstantinivka, Pokrovsk, Zerzovo, Zaporizhia, Novoukrayinka, Novopil, in Donetsk, Dachny, Dnipropetrovsk region, Guliopil, Vysokie, Stepnohorisk, Kamyansky in Zaporizhia region. Over the past day, the aviation, missile, and artillery troops of the Defense Forces of Ukraine struck 3 areas of concentration of personnel, weapons, and military equipment, 4 artillery pieces, 1 radar station, and 9 other important enemy objects. Hey there, Steve. Oh, Anton, yeah. Anton, you won the raffle on Rick's stream, even though I was only watching from the TV downstairs and couldn't type. Yeah, it's the champions chat, Steve. I don't know. I like seeing you blue, but if you want me to make you gray again, I'll make you gray. Just say the word. Moving into the individual directions, zooming in to Kharkiv, the enemy carried out offensive actions 3 times near the settlements of Voschansk and Kamyanka. Kamyanka, I believe, is how it's actually said. In the Kupiansk direction, just to the south here, 1 attack by the invaders took place during the day near Glushkivka. Heading further south to Liman area, the enemy attacked 24 times. He tried to advance near the settlements of Novokruglivka. That's coming back up here. Lozova, Novoihorovka, Gorevkivka, Kolodazny, Yampolivka, Gridkobub, and in the direction of Girogorivka. Coming to the south to Servisk. In the areas of Verkyo Kamyansky and Bilogorivka, the enemy attacked the positions of our troops 5 times. Heading over to Kramatorsk, Slovansk, where the explosion happened earlier, Konstantinivka, 8 clashes were recorded near the settlements of Chasiv Yar, Girogorivka. Zoom in till Bilogora shows up, and Krudimivka. Heading to the south to Toretsk. The enemy carried out 19 attacks near the settlements of Toretsk, Krimsky, and Divlivka. And for one of the most active areas, the cross direction. Our defenders stopped 74 assault and offensive actions of the aggressor in the areas of Stara Mykolaiivka, right here, Elizavetivka, Mirolubivka, Promin, Lisivka, Zrozova, Kotine, Udachny, Koltinyarka, and Andriivka. Again, you're seeing these little fingers of Russian advances. They're literally sending people down the roads in vehicles and make it as far as you can, run and hide, and that's how they're taking over areas. Unfortunately, they've moved north of this road. They were held back here. You see them going towards Malinivka, Novopoltavka, and essentially this roadway has been cut for a while, but now physically cut, leading from Konstantinivka to Pokrovsk. It wasn't a major supply route, but it was a supply route between the two cities. Moving over to Novopavlivka direction, the enemy attacked our positions 26 times near the settlements of Bogatar, Novopil, Berlatsky, and Veliny Pool. Moving over from Novopavlivka to not Huliopol, but all the way over to Orhiv, where our defenders repelled 3 enemy assaults in the Stepova area. One attempt to advance by an enemy unit was stopped in the Perniprovsky directions. Perniprovsky is right there. 9 clashes took place in the Kursk direction. Let me zoom up there really quick. Well, not much left of holdings inside Russia for now. Just this little area here, here, and here. 9 clashes took place. The enemy carried out 6 airstrikes, dropping 6 bombs, and 210 artillery attacks, 4 of which were from MLRSs. The enemy did not conduct any offensive actions in the Huliopol direction, which is always good news for any direction. No, in the Volyn and Polizia directions, no signs of the enemy offensive groups have been detected. Our soldiers continue to inflict significant losses in manpower and equipment on the occupation forces and actively undermine the enemy's offensive potential in the rear. Goes into the losses for today. We'll cover that with the graphic. We end the report with join the defense forces, and of course, Razom Paramoshimo, Slava Ukraina. That phrase has been like the most important phrase to me throughout this war, because no one person can stand up to Russia. It has to be a group effort. Ukraine's taken the role of being the front line. We have to support them. Not only with aid from our governments, hopefully US is kicking back in again. We don't really know for sure. But, you know, with programs like Cars for Ukraine, or, you know, an Amazon wish list, if you're going to Ukraine, put one of these up, tell your friends, tell your relatives, you know, I'll be in Ukraine for my birthday. So yeah, this is my birthday present. You guys want to get me a birthday present? Go to that link list in chat. Consider this my birthday present. Because I can't think of anything I would rather have than a Ukrainian that survives a wound and gets back to doing their job and kicking Russian ass. Well, you know, these are genuine Generation 7 cats. And it's recommended that soldiers have 4 of these. I know that's not the cat you're talking about, but so yeah, just a little plug and twist, you know. I appreciate you guys so much if you do send something, even if you can't. I'm not really familiar with this, but I know like people that go to this list can add other things on there. So if you can't afford any of these and you just want to send like a couple dollar thing, do it. I'll take it to Ukraine and make sure a soldier gets it. Hey, I'm just the delivery boy. You guys are the ones doing the heavy lifting. With that said, let me grab the graphics from Discord. Someone's already messaging me happy birthday. And I just closed Discord, so let me reopen it. First, let's do tomorrow or yesterday's, since I had one song stuck in my head all day yesterday. Country song. Too hot to fish, too hot for golf, too cold at home. If you know it, you know it. But yeah, it was just too damn hot yesterday. Yesterday's numbers: 1,240 personnel. That was almost my birthday yesterday. My birthday is November 6th of 76. So just insert a 6 in the middle of that, and they had my birthday yesterday. Sorry, weird things with numbers go on in my head. 1,240 personnel, 2 tanks, 14 armored personnel vehicles, 47 artillery systems, 1 MLRS, 3 anti-aircraft warfare systems. Come on, baby. I want this number to match that number. That would be awesome. 82 UAVs and 126 vehicles. Let's see if they made my... I see new groups of drones coming through. 11 minutes ago, air alert in Dnipro, next to Donetsk region. Total combat losses of the Russian Federation as of 8 a.m. the 15th of May, 1,177th day of the full-scale invasion. 1,220 personnel. Just under 30,000 personnel left to go. So in less than a month, we'll reach 1 million casualties for the Russians. So June 15th. That's my guess, June 15th. 8 more tanks were blown up. 13 more armored personnel vehicles. 45 artillery systems. 2 MLRSs. Another anti-aircraft warfare system. And 1 helicopter today. Or yesterday, I should say. But, heli down. 140 UAVs for a nice even 36,000 UAVs destroyed. 165 vehicles destroyed yesterday. And 8 special equipment. And then just going back to the start. Okay, well, just put it at like 1.5 times speed and you'll catch up pretty quick. There's an idea. If BB has the time to work on the Discord for me, hint, hint, wink, wink, please, please, and gets that ready and up and running and ready for the public, we'll do a little giveaway. And I've been making these to give out. Let me do this the right way. So yes, I've been making these little wooden hearts with the trident burned into them. And we'll have a little competition on Discord. Oh, and while I got you in full screen, never mind, it's too far away. Happy Vishavanka Day. No, don't end the stream. Where'd that go? Scene, there we go. Not ready just yet. As you see, BB's been working on it for me, trying to get everything set up so it's not able to be stolen if someone tries to get into it. Make sure all the rolls are there and everything. And That's fine, Linda, as long as it's something similar, or whatever. That's perfectly fine, Linda. I'll show it off on stream, and if you leave your name on the gift receipt, I'll let everybody know it was from you. So I don't think they'll care as long as it's something that works. um, Let me just double check this right now. So okay, you get that little pop up. Delete. So yeah, you click add to cart, it'll give you that little pop up. And you just, it doesn't matter if you bought it yet or not. So just be able to click that. So that maybe the pop up was blocked and you couldn't see that part of it. So I don't know. You should be able to work it through. I know there's a way to add like a set quantity, but I didn't want to do that set quantity because, well, I didn't want to force people to buy this because this was sold out, or buy these because this has been filled. So whatever you send, they're going to need it. I'm not worried about, it's not going to be super huge quantities that they're not going to need whatever tourniquets I can bring or whatever chest seals I can bring. I'm not going to overdo their need for them. Okay, I'll go grab mine. So, yes, I was going to wear it. And then I realized that, yes, I gained about 5 pounds. I'm 5 pounds over what I was when I got this in Ukraine. Unfortunately, it was a little tight. And I did not want to damage it. Well, let's see, that's my Vishavanka. I'll just do this and pretend like I'm wearing it. I don't want to damage it. So that was the Russian losses for the last 2 days. Let's hop into Zelensky's speech from yesterday, because he doesn't have one for today. He was, well, wearing his Vishavanka. He was also on his way to Turkey to meet with the Russian delegation to talk about ceasefire. And, well, I'm sure you guys heard all about that. You know the deal, LJ. You have to give me sizes and the mailing address and the money to buy it, because these things are not cheap. The embroidery on this is is a lot of work. And yes, this Vishavanka was about $100 for me. They're not cheap because they're a lot of work put into them. I was saying that because of other people were listening in, LJ, not because. So yes, that's an open offer. If you guys want a Vyshyvanka from Ukraine, Linda, as long as you didn't threaten him or say you wanted to kill him, the SUV people won't show up, and usually it takes them about 7 or 8 days. Don't ask me how I know this. In the meantime, here's Zelensky's speech from yesterday.
Дорогі українці і українки, коротко про сьогодні. Я хочу подякувати нашим захисникам неба за захист від шахедів, від усіх інших ударних дронів. Більше сотні шахедів було у ніч на цей день. Значну кількість збито. Не всі, але кожне збиття зберігає наших людей, зберігає нашу інфраструктуру. Були ракети сьогодні, російська балістика. Коли увесь світ чекає від Путіна простої відповіді «так» на пропозицію прямих перемовин, він продовжує бити по Україні. Жодного військового сенсу в цьому немає. Це зрозуміло. Нічого йому це не дає і не дасть. Росія тільки затягує війну, затягує ці вбивства, і кожна країна, кожен лідер, які зараз тиснуть на Росію, заради того, щоб все ж припинився вогонь, щоб все ж були нормальні, змістовні перемовини на рівні, який дозволяє ухвалити рішення кожному, хто допомагає миру, допомагає дипломатії. Я хочу дякувати. Сьогодні була дуже важлива заява папи Римського Лева XIV про готовність Ватикану до посередницької роботи. Ватикан може допомогти дипломатії. Є підтримка прямої зустрічі від лідерів країн глобального півдня. І цей голос звучить. Знаємо також позицію Китаю щодо припинення вогню і перемовин. Абсолютно чітка позиція Америки і Європи. Фактично, зараз найбільш очевидно для всіх у світі, за весь час повномасштабної війни очевидно, що єдиною перепоною для встановлення миру є відсутність чіткої волі Росії це зробити. Сьогодні ми провели кілька нарад з командою щодо формату в Туреччині. Я очікую, хто прибуде від Росії, тоді буду визначати, які кроки варто робити.
Zelensky, Sturski, a bunch of the heads of Ukrainian government went to Turkey because Putin was supposed to show up. He didn't. He sent a very junior delegation to Turkey.
Україні. Сигнали від них в медіа поки непереконливі. Але ми чуємо також, що президент Трамп розглядає можливість бути в Туреччині. Тож це може стати найбільш сильним аргументом. Тиждень дійсно може змінити багато, але може. Зараз все це вирішується. І я хочу відзначити наших воїнів. Це дуже важливо в цей час. Були доповіді сьогодні головкома Сирського по ситуації на фронті, на усіх напрямках. Щодобово більше сотні боїв, особливо важкі. Покровський напрямок, інші напрямки на Донеччині. Ми продовжуємо наші активні дії на Курщині та у Білгородській області. Ми захищаємо превентивно українське прикордоння. Але всі бойові дії – це не наш вибір, це наша оборона. Оборона проти окупанта. Відповіді на всі питання про цю війну. Чому вона почалась? Чому вона триває? Всі ці відповіді в Москві. Як війна закінчиться, залежить від світу. Україна готова до будь-яких форматів перемовин, і ми не боїмося зустрічі. Завтра в Туреччині. Слава Україні!
Well, he says tomorrow in Turkey, but Turkey was today. And, well, essentially, nothing happened in Turkey. I'll go to no reports. Rubio, I hope I'm 100% wrong and we see a ceasefire tomorrow. Honestly, I doubt it. We need Trump directly involved, and I believe he agrees. Yeah, basically nothing happened in the negotiations today in Turkey. And everybody's hopeful that something will happen tomorrow. Switch accounts here really quick. All clear, all clear. Poltava, Kamensky. Oh shoot. Kamiansky District, air raid alert in Dnipro. UAVs, explosion in Zaporizhia from shelling. Alert in Dnipro, all clear in Kyiv, all clear in Odessa, Mykolaievka, Kherson. So, yeah, minute-to-minute updates from Trvora. Kyiv off air alert. Mykolaiv, Odessa, Zaporizhia, all coming off air alert. Benicia finally off air alert. Chernihiv off air alert. And just this strip that the UAVs were just coming through. Anyways. Let's see, anything new? I should look at this on here. Well, let's go to my favorite clip channel.
Скільки операторів? Зараз підуть вверх.
Built like a brick shit house. Okay, what's this one?
Муляж, 3 сокири. Оптоволокно.
The heck? Is that a fake artillery gun? A decoy gun? Because that looks like the barrel's made out of clay. I wish there was more context involved in this, but it looks like it was a decoy gun that the Russians hit. I'm not sure, though.
Всім привіт. Дякувати Богу, наступило 15 травня. Дякувати хлопцям на передніх рубежах желізними яєдлами. Робота наша продовжується. Зона нашої відповідальності тримається, як і тримається весь Запорізький напрямок. Віримо в ЗСУ. Гарного дня і тихого вечора.
Sorry, that is going way too fast for me to even attempt to translate. And put the air alert over on that side. There, that looks better. And we come to Canty Center for the last 2 days. And I'll scroll up to the top of today. And through yesterday. And the drones from the night before last. 1 ballistic missile, 0 shot down. 145 UAVs, 80 shot down. 42 lost to electronic warfare. Ambassadors have just given the green light to the 17th sanctions package on Russia. In parallel, they have also approved more sanctions on Russia for human rights abuses, hybrid interferences around the world, and chemical weapons proliferation. Those sanctions included 200 vessels of the Shadow Fleet that were transporting Russian oil, 30 companies that were bypassing previous sanctions for Russia, as well as individuals that were helping and supporting Russia. In the meantime, Ukrainians still doing their job and refilling the exchange fund.
Ёпта, Центральная Россия. Братьев не забрали. Братьев не забрали. Братьев ладно. Я готов.
Well, one more Russian to be exchanged later. The 47th Brigade found a Russian aerial reconnaissance and decided that they needed to take it out. Here's the video from it. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that either, Adam. I know there was a due date for it. I forgot what the due date was. It probably wasn't advertised because it's hard to say. Either they didn't really want to publicize that they're sending Russian money to Ukraine, or see, I saw Jack in the Boxes and I instantly thought of the ultimate breakfast sandwich. There is no Jack in the Box up here in South Dakota. I'd have to go all the way down to Omaha for the single Jack in the Box they have in Omaha. Russians film the consequences of a UAV strike on a Tor air defense system near the village of Kokovka in Kherson. It might be the end of this month, Adam. Yeah, I think we might hear about that money. Depending on the outcome of this truce talk in Turkey. You want to know who Trump reminds me of? I'm searching for it off screen. She's grown up since she first got famous, little Tay, but she still has that same bitchy attitude. This is who Trump reminds me of. A little tantrum throwing spoiled brat. Go back to that map. Oh, I forgot what this one was. Russian Su-35 violated Estonian airspace near the peninsula Gulf of Finland. According to the Russians, yesterday the Estonian Navy and NATO aircraft tried to seize the oil tanker Jaguar flying under the Gambonese flag in the Gulf of Finland. It was heading to a Russian port. The Estonian side contacted the Russians on the tanker and informed them of the need to enter Estonian territorial waters. The Russians froze. The Estonian Navy allegedly threatened to ram the tanker and tried to land troops from a helicopter on it. After these events, the Russian Su-35 appeared in the sky, violating Estonian airspace And that was the end of the story with the tanker. Estonia accused Russia of violating its airspace and summoned Russia's chargé d'affaires in Estonia to the foreign ministry, where he was handed a note of protest. Here is video from the freighter.
Так вот нас встречают с вертолетами. Требуют бросить якорь.
This is Estonian warship Papa 6732. Your request will be denied. Follow my instructions. Alter your course to 105 immediately. Over.
Yes, yes. मिक
वो हमारे जस्ट ऊपर अभी सामने से हमारे ऊपर आ रहा है एयरक्राफ्ट है हाँ ड्रोन जैसा ही है ये स्टार्बोर्ड साइड में और वो टर्न कर रहा है she's turning towards the stern of the vessel.
Ну давай, с разгона.
हाँ जी वीडियो बना रहा है
Он циркачи, да?
I wish I could understand what they're saying in the background. But I mean, it's hopefully they said next time we'll shoot your aircraft down if it comes into our airspace. I mean, now if that was Polish territorial waters, we'd be hearing about the Polish army shooting down a Russian airplane that violated their airspace. Because we all know, Poland's the little Texas, or the European Texas. Nothing too interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bully. Russia is a little bully that nobody wants to say no to because, they have resources we need. Uh-huh. An interesting message to attention Ukrainian citizens located in all temporarily occupied territories. Donetsk, Luhansk, Mariupol, Berdyansk, Horlivka, and Divka, and other settlements. A Ukrainian waiting for liberation, or a citizen who thinks he has lost the power of resistance. Each of you can help bring the liberation of your native cities and villages closer. To do this, you need to provide data about locations of personnel of the armed forces of Russia, movement of forces and means of the occupiers, equipment and weapons, coordinates of Russian military facilities and equipment, storage facilities for fuel and other military supplies. If you have information or are ready for any cooperation, write to the Telegram account listed there. Are your relatives and friends in temporarily occupied territories? You can help by passing on information from them. We guarantee the anonymity and confidentiality of correspondence. Remember, a few minutes of your time and attention equals endless problems for the occupiers on our land. Would love to have it. Okay, you deleted that. Magical work of the Typhoon Unmanned Systems Detachment in destroying the invaders. This round of hide and seek is in the Procross direction. Oh, that's loud. Okay, what is this? 80s techno? Yeah. Not a fan of that song. Yeah, well, Trump's the kind of person that probably had a whipping boy hired when he was a kid. If you know the meaning, you know. And then we're here to today's. 110 UAVs, 62 shot down, 29 lost to electronic warfare. Sumy, Dnipro, Poltava, Kyiv, and Ivano-Frankish regions suffered damage. 2 Ukrainian UAVs were shot down in Russia overnight as well. And we come to today's videos. In the Novopavlivsky and Pokrovsky directions, the enemy does not calm down despite the huge losses. The occupiers continue their assaults, trying at all costs to break through the administrative border of Donetsk and Dnipro regions. Every day, Dnipro Energia, Bagatar, Rozlive, Troitsky, Kotanyarka are under enemy fire. Every meter of Ukrainian land is a bone in the throat for them. Last month, the enemy doubled its efforts. 1,916 assaults, 8,275 drops of explosives from UAVs, 3 times more FPV drones, 16,286, 9,734 artillery strikes, reconnaissance flights by Orlans, Supercams, and Zalas, daily attacks by aviation. The enemy is pouring fire and iron, not counting the losses, but their every step is under our sights. Thanks to the clearly structured defense of the Volgogard, I cannot say that name right. Vuglidar tactical group and coordinated work with brigade commanders, we are holding the front and breaking the enemy in all critical areas. We have reduced our losses by 15% and improved our tactical position in 3 key areas. It goes on, but I'll just show you the video. Oh, his kids probably hate him too. They just are afraid of not getting an inheritance when he croaks. Oops a daisy. But he had his blinker on. And of course, happy Vishavanka Day.
Ми захищаємо, розміновуємо та відбудовуємо країну. Ми зберігаємо нашу культуру та традиції. Вишиванка – це генетичний код українського народу. І кожна вишита сорочка – це символ нашої сили, єдності і незламності. З Днем вишиванки!
City fall in Belgorod and Kursk regions. Ukraine's been targeting bridges in Russia for months now. And sorry I have to interrupt this, but Solomiansky district explosion 14 minutes ago. And you see more UAVs coming in. Ugh. Here is the video of the bridges in Russia. Unfortunately, no sound on that one, but here's the Russians looking at the bridge afterwards.
Вот такой прилетик. Был мост, и моста нет.
Утром я по нему проехал еще.
Good morning, Nunu. I haven't seen you in a while. And, well, if you wanted to see what Toretsk looks like now, LJ's in charge of the cookies. All you filmmakers that might actually be listening in, when this war is over, you're going to have prime real estate for making post-apocalyptic movies. If you didn't think about it before, well, now there's your idea. Give me a thanks in the credits if you do it. And I had to, yes, this was in the other video, but I mean, was he trying to Evel Knievel over that trench? Oh, sorry to hear about that, Nunu. Glad you're back, though. I gotta watch that again. But the turn signal's on. The 60th Motorized Rifle Brigade is punching holes in the Russians in anti-drone cloaks in the Liman direction.
Незламні ми, як велика сім'я. Я не боюсь, бо я знаю, де я. Це наш дім, це наша рідна земля. Що би не хотів цей руський мір. Наші пацани рознесуть орків пил, наче вогню у воді та повітрі. Ворог боїться наших очей та крил. Щоби не було ворожі голові дурні, але страх перед ЗСУ буде як вій. Щоби не було там далі, зараз тобі покажу. Ти ж знаєш, що це параш, я тобі наворожу. Так що тікай з окопа свого найглибшого. Руський, давай, давай, біжи швидше. Давай, давай, біжи швидше.
Probably not. General consensus is saying those soldiers have probably never rode a motorcycle before. They have no clue what they're doing. That I totally agree. Oh, your cats run from the water fountains. Okay. This was filmed today. 92nd Brigade. Ragrog is shooting at a bold target. The 240 millimeter Tulip self-propelled mortar.
Именно из этих минометов. Вообще оружие жестокое и беспощадное. В него не страшна радиоэлектронная борьба, лазеры, бластеры и все прочее. И 150-килограммовые мины в состоянии по параболической орбите траектории.
Obviously, he had his voice changed for that. The video that blows up the network, how Troika fighters neutralize unexploded guided aerial bombs. This is a video from the engineers of Third Assault. Hope you enjoy.
Якщо б ця авіаційна бомба ФАП зараз би вибухнув, залишилися тільки молекули.
Ми займаємось розмінуванням, розвідка місцевості.
Оцей запах тротила. Це ми називаємо бойовичок. 1,5 кілограма радості.
Ми постійно їх шукаємо, постійно намагаємось їх знешкодити. Якщо виявлене боєприпаси або мінування знаходяться близько до логістичних маршрутів або до наших позицій, то ми це, звичайно, підриваємо в першу чергу.
Обожаю свою роботу.
No offense, guys, but I hope you have to do more work and there's more unexploded Russian munitions. Because if they don't explode, they don't hurt people. Russian soldiers filming 2 GBU-39 small diameter bomb strikes on their positions. Okay. YouTube saying excellent connection, but I'm getting a disconnect from chat. Okay, there it says I'm back. So it must have been a small hiccup. And for the last video of tonight, GUR launches a batch of Luti UAVs to Russia. Beautiful sunrise. Or is that a sunset? I'm not sure. Yeah, people come and go. It's the nature of YouTube. You know, maybe they forgot to count to their password and the password to their account, had to restart another account, and you know, I'm a small channel. You search me, I don't always show up on YouTube. So it happens. It's not a big concern for me. Yeah, a lot of people, I noticed this last year after I got back. A lot of people that were covering Ukraine are not covering it anymore. It's one of the reasons I started doing this. The other reason was this right here. I didn't even realize how many assaults were happening each day, how many artillery strikes, how many kamikazes, how many bombs dropped by planes. I didn't realize it. And I started reading this report, and still nobody was talking about it. This is what goes on every day in Ukraine. And, you know, they were showing off like 3 bombs dropped by Israel on Gaza or whatever. 3 bombs. And that was worldwide news. And here we're talking about 100 or so guided bombs every day. Let me check the other account. Getting a bunch of all clears. Monitor has anything? No. Packet has anything about Kyiv? Media reports of explosions. Doesn't say much more. Well, I appreciate that, Adam Rounds. I mean, yeah, I look away to read chat, look back, and new wave of air alerts. Kherson, Zaporizhia, Dnipro, Kivnograd, Mykolaiv, Odessa. Yeah, I mean, literally just all popped up. Ballistic threat from Crimea. Probable launch of Iskander missiles or S-300, S-400s. You know, these are systems supposed to be used to take down enemy aircraft. Russia is using them against Ukrainian cities. Yeah, that's the last thing I want to do is talk about Trump. Yes, he's annoying. He's a dick and does stupid shit. My brain can only handle so much bad news. And unfortunately, Ukraine is all the bad news I can handle at the moment. What are you talking about, LJ? My birthday's like months away. I'll be having my birthday in Sevastopol. Mass media reports of explosions in Sevastopol. That should be interesting. Yeah, Jake, well, there's a lot of people that are, but some people prefer, others don't like this guy. I don't. You like me, fine. You don't like me, you don't like me, fine. I mean, I'm not, YouTube isn't my income. It's not my birthday. My birthday's in November. See what you started, LJ? So yeah, my birthday is November 6th. Unfortunately, my birthday usually ends up falling on election day. So every 4 years, I feel like I get the worst birthday present ever. Because it seems like every 4 years we elect, well, not every 4 years, but a vast majority of the election years, I get bad news on my birthday of another, I don't want to say this, but I'll just say it anyways. Another asshat in the White House. Yeah, it just sucks that my birthday's election day. Yeah, 2028 election day. Oh, Lisa's coming the day after my birthday next election. Yeah, that's rough too. Being on inauguration day. Yeah, I was there for that one, David. He was talking about oh gosh. I think it was the Pope, or it was either the Pope or the crap happening in India. Or should I say Kashmir? Kharkiv has UAVs coming in. Nothing really reported yet, but other than I would love to know what that explosion in Sevastopol was. Nothing's coming through the main channels. Of course, it is just barely after 11 or 7 a.m. in the morning. Well, a lot of you guys watch Chungus too. Did you see his little short yesterday about Trump wearing diapers during meetings? And yeah, ugh. Yeah, I think it was the Pope situation, but I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, I don't like Trump because he stopped aid to Ukraine. There's millions of other reasons to not like Trump, but I'm a one issue person at the moment. There's so many other things that America needs. Even if we got a decent president, and I'm not saying that I think Camilla would have been decent or good. I think she would have been spending most of her time trying to prove herself as the first female president. It's a coin toss for me whether I think she would actually have done good or not. I'm also of the opinion that I don't think we've had a good president since before Reagan. And the only reason I like Reagan is he was a military man. He served in the military before being elected president. I believe he's one of the last presidents we've had that was served in the armed forces before becoming president. True. I mean, I'll give you that one, Nunu. Yes, I would have rather seen Camilla Harris elected over Trump, but I think there's better people out there that just don't want the job because it's a popularity contest now. Wave your flag on TikTok and get votes. Yeah. Yeah, remember Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. Oh, I don't think Trump's a bull in a china shop. I think I'm thinking more of like the monkeys at the zoo flinging shit at the walls. That's Trump. Oh yeah, I went through those drills where you go out in the hallway and sit against the hallway wall and put your head between your knees and you have to realize I wasn't even old enough to vote when Reagan was in office. So both Bushes served, but yeah. Okay, Reagan was a wartime veteran. So I kind of have to like Reagan as a military person and someone from a military family. Carter was way before my time. Yeah, I'll tell you right now, if a presidential candidate popped up that served in the military, I would likely vote for them regardless of their agendas. because I would love to see a military person back in the White House. Oh yeah, what a disaster that was, the war on drugs. Remember Dare? Yeah, I had my little Dare notebook with my little bear stickers and stuff when I was in school. Mm-mm. Yeah, but wasn't Bush in like the National Guard or Coast Guard or some shit like that? Um, oh, the senator from Arizona that passed away. I would have loved to see him run. McCain, John McCain. Yeah, Dare was like a huge failure and backfire. I might make a few people mad if I keep talking about U.S. presidents and what branches they served in. Oh no, it was I did not grow up in South Dakota, Derpat. I grew up in Buffalo, New York, and we had we had the nuclear bomb drills where we went out into the hallway and I remember sitting there poking fun at them because even at that age, I was sitting there telling the teachers, and how is this supposed to protect us from a nuclear blast? Are the walls made of lead? Um, yeah, I never lived in a place that had tornadoes until I moved to South Dakota 10 years ago. So, yeah, the duck and cover drills. Um, okay, let me rephrase that. I don't remember living in places that had tornadoes. Um, that should tell you a few things. But no, I grew up here. Um, all my family, well, a lot of my family is still right in this area. Collins Center, Gowanda, Baghdad. Uh, the farthest away my family moved was up here to Colden for the most part. Um, me and my mom and my brother were kind of the gypsies of the family because we started in Buffalo, um, went to Arizona. This is in the time frames I remember, vastly remember, instead of like really young. This was with my stepdad. My real dad was a U.S. Navy. And yeah, if there was a Navy base, we were there. Um, last place my dad was stationed, my real dad was stationed, was in 29 Palms. Where's the 10? I can't remember where 29 Palms is. Dang it. Okay, I was close. It's just harder to see right here. And that was my dad's last station. You know, my stepdad and my mom were trying to take us to California when I was pre-teens, and went from Arizona to New Mexico to California to Utah to Nevada. Basically they stayed in the Southwest. A couple times I went to stay with my real dad overseas. Got to stay with him in Okinawa when I was like 8 or 9. When I was really young, like 5 or 6, I got to go with him over to Germany. When I turned 18, I moved to Washington. Too expensive, so I tried Oregon. Didn't like it. Came back down to Arizona. Now I'm in South Dakota. My brother is in Idaho. My nephew is in Montana. So we kind of ended up back in the Buffalo climate. Just not Buffalo. I don't know what else to talk about. Let me close this. Alaska is cheap if you go into the very, very outback areas. I physically am not able to do that lifestyle anymore. 20 years ago, I would have loved to gone to Alaska. Yeah, Nunu, I know, I definitely know the military moving thing. My real dad was a medic, and I remember like checking into the first grade 3 times because we were started the school year in one state, got moved to another area for 2 weeks, and then was reassigned after those 2 weeks to another area, and I was only in that school for 2 weeks. No, I'm not going to move to Canada. Canada's too expensive. Show you where I would love to move. Yeah, Germany. I remember Germany vaguely. I remember having like a crush on a girl in elementary school in Germany and trying to learn German so I could talk to her parents, or at least understand what her parents were saying. So this one just popped up recently, like yesterday. That's the picture to the outside of the balcony. The bedroom, the entryway, and then the other walkway. I've actually walked by this building. I know this building. I wish there was more pictures. But like, here's the entrance from the stairwell. Toilet, sink, and shower in separate rooms. I love that setup. I love that they do that in Ukraine. And then into the kitchen. So like, this is the wet wall where all the plumbing and stuff is. The reason I love having the toilet in a separate room than the sink is you don't have to worry about your toilet spraying and fecal chloroform getting on your toothbrushes if they're in another room. Living room, bedroom, and then second bedroom. If this is still available, I will try to snatch this up while I'm in Ukraine. The apartment is in need of major repairs. Whatever. High-speed tram stop, minibuses, buses, shops, pharmacy, coffee shops, kindergartens. I know the area. I like this area. Almost exactly the spot I'd love to be in. And it's a 3-room right there. 451.9. Literally across the street, 3-room for $100K. I would absolutely love to get this place. Google Maps. Oh yeah, if you go to Ukraine, get Google Maps even if you use an iPhone. iPhone does not do directions in Ukraine, but Google does. This building right here. It would be a little bit dangerous because this building here, like that, would literally be the path to my apartment if I got that one. But right there, this place was converted into a pizzeria. The family that moved in there and opened up this pizzeria used to live in Mariupol. They got out when it was invaded. This is what the outside looks like now. See if I could find the picture of Mariupol map they have mounted inside. There we go. So this is the GPS coordinates of the pizzeria they had in Mariupol. So, yeah, displaced family, displaced business, restarting in Kyiv. I can't help but love that story and support it. But all you got to do is look down the road and you'd see why I love this area. You know, so much green spaces, so much, like in these little spots here, all the babushkas and the moms, they have like a little garden in here. Flowers, raspberries, stuff like that. If you go just up the way here, this place is shut down. It used to be like a little nightclub, but it's been vacant since the war started because the owners left. But I mean, there's an idea. Canty's Burger Shop. Real American burgers in Kyiv. That's an idea. But you come down the way here a bit, and this is the well for the area. They have it's groundwater. You can literally pump your groundwater and drink ground well water in the middle of the city. Buvette is what they have, or what it's called. But on the weekends, there's little farmers and other vendors set up right here, so you can buy fresh produce from the farms right there. The Looney Lounge, I like that. You all would have to help me invest in it. But I mean, walking down the street in spring, and all you can smell is flowers. No matter what way the wind's blowing. Oh, no, not far enough yet. And here's the entry again. And the apartments down at the other end, it looked like from the pictures. So yeah, this is the walkway we're looking at on Google Maps. And this is looking at it from the other direction towards the street. Just get off street view for a second. This is a Baptist church right here in the middle of the residential area. And this was the apartment I stayed in right here. So yeah, I know this area well. I really like this area. You have all the advantages of living in a big city in this area, but the only place that really you're surrounded by high traffic areas. But like going through here is not high traffic. So you get like a little bit of a small town feel right in the city. Ukraine's pizza is much, much better than US pizza. They do have Domino's and stuff like that over there. But yeah, that was not a good one to show you. Here you go. These are very high-end pizzas. artisan pizzas. There you go. All fresh toppings. You know, I would say nothing comes out of a can, but it does come out of a can, like the pickles. But like the meat, they have a little stove back there that they cook up the hamburger on for, or the pork sausage. The deli that they get the cold cuts, like the pepperoni, salami, that kind of stuff, is literally right down the street. So very locally supplied, and I believe the exchange rate is like 41 right now. 41 hryvnia to $1. So margarita pizza is just over $3. The most expensive pizza, the 4-cheese pizza, 210 hryvnia, just over $5. And remember, they don't have tax in Ukraine. Tax is built into the price. So when they say 210 hryvnia, it's 210 hryvnia. Blonde, tell that one to an Italian and tell him that that's a pizza, or this is a pizza instead of that. And that's a meal for two easily. And these pizzas were very, very good. I actually have a photo in here too of my pizza. See if I could spot. I think this one was my photo. I'm not sure. Let's see, when does it say it was uploaded? No. That's not mine. Not mine. There you go. This one's mine. Okay. And they do, this place does a stuffed crust, and this is a stuffed crust, but it's not with mozzarella cheese. It is with cream cheese. And yeah, that pizza cost me $4. Yeah, but saying U.S. pizza is traditional pizza, oh, Italian would hate you for that. Oh yeah, it's an amazing pizza. And that's the chair I was sitting in right there to take that picture. See, do they have a picture of the kitchen? No, they don't have a picture of the kitchen. I mean, go out for a quick bite to eat before you have to go somewhere, perfect place to go. Literally 7-8 minutes and the pizza's ready. Portfolio restaurant. Food quality is on par with Poltava restaurant downtown. About half the price. And not as busy. It's just a nice little neighborhood away from the normal touristy crap. Yes, I went and saw the touristy crap, but I had to go and yeah. And I'd have to go. I'd have to catch the different marshuka, I think, from here. But let's do the math on that one. Since I have my Ukrainian phone on the charger. Let's see. 2,164,230 hryvnia. My payments would be 9,638 hryvnia. So about $250. No. Dang it. Brain. Work. 9638 UAH to USD. $232.22 a month. Well, I told you, Vlad, I found the sex tunnels, right? I showed you that picture a while back. I never heard of buffalo mozzarella. Is that like buffalo wings? So that with the utilities, that'd be like $300 a month in the winter. Yeah, I'd say that place's pizza is like more Italian style pizza than American style. But I mean, if you really, really want, there you go. Right down the way is a Domino's pizza. Imagine that, right across the way from National Aviation University. Here, let's search this area again. So, another Domino's there, another Domino's there. Hey, BB, are you busy? The only thing you won't find that it's hard to explain, but the burgers in Ukraine are different than American burgers. If even okay, like the McDonald's. Let me zoom in here for the McDonald's. I mean, McDonald's is about as close as you'll get to like American hamburgers, but even McDonald's tastes better in Ukraine than it does over here. Unless you order the cheap stuff. You know? If you order the cheap stuff, it's almost the same. But like the pickles are not these little wimpy, barely knew you bit into a pickle. No, there's a crunch when you bite into a pickle at a McDonald's in Ukraine. The lettuce is crunchy. If you don't believe me, let's see if Phoebe will pick up. Come on, BB, pick up. BB's not going to pick up. What I was trying to see is, there we go. Here she is. Hey, BB.
Hello, Smarty Pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, no lie. No lie, guys. The burgers over there are amazing. No lie. And Adam, hey, hello?
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Adam,
Okay, you keep cutting out.
I am so with you on the cold.
On the Coke? Oh, like Coke tasting like Pepsi and Pepsi tasting like Coke?
Wow, serious delay.
Yeah,
I got a delay. So the lag is terrible.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's because I'm streaming.
Yeah.
But yeah, what did you think of McDonald's while you were there?
The McDonald's was freaking delicious. And I don't even know McDonald's.
Yeah. And you see the prices, 123 hryvnia for the Miasto burger. And that's the meal. So like $3 for a McDonald's meal of a high-end hamburger. Oh yeah, and you can order on here and order in English too. So there you go. Chicken fillet, 48 hryvnia, so just over $1. $2 for the meal. Under $2 for the chicken nugget meal. Here you go. The Big Mac, 75 hryvnia, under $2 for the meal. Yeah, I lost BB. Unfortunately, I don't have that great of internet here. I had better internet in Ukraine that I paid $7 a month for. Yes, they have McFlurries. Nice park here to go walk around. Huge shopping center right here. Yeah, don't get sushi at a place like this though. No, go to an actual restaurant if you want sushi. Let's see if they have some pictures inside here. No. Let's try one of these. So these are the little market stalls in this little shopping center. The farmers. And then you have regular places, bakeries. And this place is so easy to get to from where I was staying. Yeah, it's a long, probably 3 miles, 4 miles. But hop on the high-speed tram and you're there in 3 stops. Get out, do your shopping, do everything you need to do. Ride back. And the high-speed tram is 8 hryvnia. It's 8 hryvnia. So less than a quarter, 20 cents to ride the bus or the tram or the high speed. I had to stay away from the pastries there, BB. Oh my God, they were good. Yeah, if I kept going to the bakeries, it wouldn't have been good. And it was really rough because there was a bakery right here. Pet food store right here, pharmacy, Fora. That's the thing is, like, there's a grocery store right here. There was another grocery store up here. Another grocery store, right here. And then an ATB right here. And another ATB here. And another ATB over here. So, I mean, you had plenty of options to go shopping. Yeah, everything you need is right here in walking distance. Ooh. Sorry about that, LJ. You need to cook better. For your ladies, Eva. Every kind of perfume, cosmetic, beauty supply. Yeah, Eva is a great store for you ladies. Secondhand store here just for women. Women, all women's clothing, all secondhand. And you're talking 10 hryvnia for a skirt. So for, I think it was like $2, you can get a complete outfit in that store. Shoe store, it was so bad for me. I needed a new pair of shoes in Ukraine because I wore mine out. And they did not have my size. Nobody did. Butcher shop, another pharmacy, my bank's right in here. Another pharmacy. Oh yeah, here's the, 2 banks right there. Here's, over here was other stores, another pet store, coffee shop. This little kiosk right here is the first kiosk I ordered something in Ukrainian. There's a couple, not thrift stores, but like pawn shops along the strip. Total different experience. Again, another pharmacy. The heck symbol is that? Oh, the community center. This is where I was doing the sewing of the camo nets. Again, more restaurants, shops, all right here. Again, the Fora Osama sushi was really good. Right here is a restaurant called David. It's under construction right now. They're expanding the restaurant, but really, really good Georgian food. And like I said, anything you needed was right here in walking distance. And I'd be right in the middle of it all with that apartment. Oh, and on the weekends, there was a guy that came and parked here. He grew plants and flowers and would sell them out of the back of his hatchback right here. If I needed to go any further for, meet people or go see a museum or go to a show, I hopped on the Marshuka. The Marshuka took me right up here to the Red Line. I was there in 5-10 minutes and hopped on the metro and could be all the way over here in an hour. And even got off here at Lazova, went to this marketplace here. This is where I got my Vyshavanka. No, I did not hear about that, LJ. Oh, the other thing I was going to say about burgers in Ukraine. McDonald's is better than McDonald's here and is about as the only thing that will be close to American burgers. Pretty much every other burger shop is doing like high-end burgers. Let's see the burger. This place was really good. No. There it is. This reminded me of so much of like a Seattle style restaurant. But these are the burgers they're putting out. Yeah, very high end, very classy burgers, but they're still about $3-4. And so one of those places that if you didn't know it existed, you just walk by it and not think twice about it. But you get inside and it's amazing food, amazing atmosphere. And yeah, these are like burgers you'd pay $20-30 for here in the States. I mean, they're that kind of, I don't know how to say that correctly, but it's that kind of quality that you get and attention to detail and stuff. Oh my Lord. I got to try this next time I'm there. Oh, I didn't try their wings. Guacamole burger, egg burger. But yeah, it's really high end, gourmet burgers, except for one place. And okay, that's showing ketchup room number 1. But it's still a little bit on the gourmet side. But this is more like small town barbecue hamburgers, French fries, coleslaw. Of course, they have Ukrainian, salo and other stuff, but this is where I went, was ketchup room number 3, different location. They were having a hard time with the power outages. So the one I went to is this one right here. Tram, bus, walked. And cool, let me go back to, so this was a cool little park. Walked over, and this is the place I went. And they have these these old school posters and stuff, but on the vents they had these Die Hard posters on them saying, this way. Bruce Willis this way. Well, I can't remember the character's name in the movie right now. But amazing burgers, and yeah, like let's go menu. There we go. There's the burgers. And you can get like the Oregon burger, the tuna burger, Beyond Meat burger. And they, for some reason, Ukrainians like naming their burgers after states in the U.S. So you got the Minnesota, the Maryland, the Oregon, the New Jersey, and some of them is pretty wild. But like if you get like the basic burger, it's like an American barbecue. Pretty good place. And that is probably the closest you'll come to, besides like McDonald's, an American burger in Ukraine. Well, it's not just lard. It's kind of like bacon. It's cured a little bit, and usually one side of it has a crust on it, and the flavoring depends on the crust. And when you slice it, you get like one little piece at the end with the flavoring on it. You're supposed to roll that up. So you bite into it and you get the flavor plus the lard. It's hard to explain. There's nothing really like it in the United States to compare it to. Oh yeah, you're definitely be hard pressed to find a bad burger, but it's like if you just want like a simple cheeseburger, you're going to be hard pressed to find a simple cheeseburger. Yeah, I had bad sallow too. There's good sallow, there's bad sallow. And when you find a good one, keep going back to that person. Let's see. So like the skin, this part's supposed to be flavored. You sometimes will get it like this, and you're supposed to shave it thin this way. The key to having good sallow is getting it fresh. If it's sat in the fridge or freezer or something like that, and it's not going to be good. There's a good example. The hard crust on the outside, you slice it off and roll that crust into the middle, and here's another good example of it. That hard crust on the outside. Yeah, it's not for everybody. It's something you have to try at least once, though. And that's how you're supposed to eat salo. A little bit of onion, green onion, on a nice piece of Ukrainian bread with a nice crust on the outside of the salo. Crunch it on the bread. Take a little bite of the onion. And see, that's how you're supposed to wrap it up. Now I'm getting hungry. Yeah, let's go back to what we were started out on. So that's a new apartment that just popped up. They say it needs renovations, it needs work. I would definitely be interested in that. It's not right on the main road like this one. I mean, literally like in the second floor. Brick building with a balcony that's already enclosed. And need of repairs, separate rooms, large hall. Shoot. Never mind. I'll come back to it. Okay, I don't want the customer help center. I want to chat with I want to send the message to the guy. Nah, I better let my friend in Ukraine do this. Because a common thing with Ukrainian real estate is then when they find out you're American asking about a property, the price goes up. Well, I'm going to send this link to my friend and see if she'll ask him to get more photos. I mean, it doesn't look like it needs that much repairs. The walls look like in decent shape. But of course, this is just one of the rooms. The entrance looks nice. Except for, the cardboard, the plywood they have in the entryway. Yeah, I'll definitely grab this one. Share, copy link. Telegram Speaking Club. I'll ask her to check into it for me. And see what else is around for 52. $38 for a 1-bedroom. First floor, nope. First floor, nope. Third out of 5, that's not bad. I feel like I've looked at this one before, yeah. I could dig it, but oh, it's even bigger. And third floor, not bad. you fight with autocorrect again and BB. Oh, the bring your own bottle draft beer shops. Yeah. I have not found a good one with cider though. Let's see. It should be right around here. Yeah, I think this is it, right? So this is one of those places right here. And, you know, it's like a little waiting room. And on one wall, they have a counter and they have all the taps on the counter. And I went in and I ordered a cider. And they poured me this neon green looking thing that tasted more like a Jolly Rancher than cider. Uh, oh, so he fits right in with the Trump administration, huh, LJ? It must have been, Adam, because the lady that served me was like so pregnant that 3 days later she gave birth. And yeah, that's the husband and wife that owned and ran this pab, because it's a PAB in Ukrainian. Is a couple I met that had their baby, and I got to meet their baby like 3 days after it was born, 2-3 days after it was born. BB says, I looked at the house in the mountains, and Canty isn't kidding about jacking the price up on Americans. It's officially listed for 37, then raised to 42. And when my interpreter spoke with the owner, yeah, I've gone to listings that were listed for like 2,000 and get there and oh no, it's supposed to be 20. Oh geez. So if he has an offer for 55, why would he rather sell it for 50? It's not like you know him or anything. And that's, yeah, so listed for 37, trying to get 50 out of it. I hate to tell you, Adams, that's not your dad's joke. It's been around for a long time. They even did a skit on it in Saturday Night Live like 15 years ago. Yeah, well, no, you don't get a lawyer because the lawyer has no obligation to keep your identity from them as a foreigner separate. And if they're dealing with a lawyer, they know it's somebody with money because they hired a lawyer. What you do is meet a friend, have your friend go talk, do the negotiations. And when it's time to do paperwork and do signings and put names on, that's when you come in. But yeah, this little area is so freaking neat. And it just has that small town feel to it. You can go to other areas like up over here, and it just feels different. It's just, I don't know, too modern. Come on, let me go. Okay. Even in this area back here, it's all the panel buildings instead of the brick buildings. And well, those of you who've been around the channel for a while know I have a love affair with brick. But yeah, it's all concrete panels just fitted into place. It doesn't have the same small town feel to it. Come up into this area here, and it's like going into a neighborhood of cookie cutter houses with an HOA that says you can't paint it any different colors. The only two areas I've really found like this is there's another spot right here, and then another spot. Oh, where was it? Right here. I mean, these are the three areas I would go in Kyiv City. It just has that small town feel to it, and a lot of greenery, a lot of green areas. Architecturally, this place is a lot more interesting, but there's new buildings going up. Go back to that other area. And the brick buildings. Sorry, I got a thing for the brick. But, you know, you're right in the middle of a bunch of housing developments, but you still got green spaces like this between everybody. So you have a bit of privacy because of the foliage. But it like I said, it just kind of has that small town feel to it. I was like, yeah, this area over by hospital number 4, and this area here is probably the largest area that has that feeling to me. And then this area is like tiny. I tried looking in this area, and I liked it other than all the walls are the panels. And 9 stories. I like the Stalin, not the Khrushchev. I'm a tall guy. And the Khrushchevs are pretty short, or for the ceiling height. Yeah. That's exactly what they are, Adam. Oh, here, I'll show you. So look how tall those roofs are in the Stalin building. And then let me see if I could find one that is a Khrushchev. I think this is a Khrushchev. No. What I'm looking for is floor out of. We're looking for a 9-floor building instead of a 5. Here we go. So hopefully they have a good picture that shows it off. Um, Here we go. See how short that roof is? These doors I almost have to duck under, so like that's maybe 7 or 8 foot ceiling, where we go back to my area. And that's more like it's 2.8 meters instead of a 2.2 meters. And yeah, it's 0.6 meters. But having that extra height makes makes it seem so much bigger. But yeah, this is my new favorite in Kiev. Let's look at houses. Let's reset filters. House. If I was going to buy a house, it'd have to be under 10. I don't want a fancy place. And these ones are never in Kiev. Ideally, where I'd want to be is down over here. Ooh, there we go. The little blue or purple, or is that pink? Blue, worn out blue, pink, and purple. That is definitely an interesting house. Oh, okay. Let me see if I could find something new on Telegram. It's been a little while, so. Mainly because I got to pee and I don't want to leave you guys with dead air. Podolsky region near Moscow, a car hit a service station and is burning brightly, located on the territory of warehouses. Okay. 37 seconds. Let's see if I can do it. I know I can't, but oh well. Hi, Muttley. Get you.
Дымище, я думаю, навіть Подольск видно. Там вообще прям чернюшня дымище пошло.
Get you. You can't. Why are you hiding under my bed, you little monster? Come here. Come here. Come here, Sonia. Come here. You still want to dance around, huh? Come here. People want to see you. Come here. You little stinker. Come here. Come here, Sonia. Come here. Stay. You little stinker. Oh, where is it? Go full cam. Oops. Stupid thing. There we go. Now, camera. Adjust. Sonia. Is that you? Is that you on the screen? You little knuckle knuck. There you go. Now we got the Sonia cam. Wait. Baseball. Watch out. What are we at? We're at now, sir. Well, when we could go back to then. We can't, sir. Why? We just passed it. When? Just now. Let's see. In Valuki, an unmarked FPV drone struck a gas station.
Охуеть. Если я в голубой куртке, я не сильно буду выделяться? Бля, ты посмотри, вообще им всем пофиг.
Враг начал въебаться, я боюсь.
Блядь. Прям в заправку?
Горит, что пизду, горит.
Чё горит, блин? Ё-моё, да. Охренеть. Блядь, может, не будешь пылесосить?
Да не буду.
Somewhere in Russia. I'm not sure where that place is at, but you could tell from the accent. Oh, new video here. Oh, that's cute. Little girl going dun 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 dun. Dun. In continuation of Moscovite's attempts to fly to Bogota by express. Oh, yeah. They got the express trip to somewhere. All right. Let's do some extra filters because I only want brick. And I'd like a plot area above 30. No. 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 This looks like it's been abandoned for quite a while. Grape trellis is starting to flower or leaf out. Ooh. You want to play, don't you? Oh, yeah, that's a little rough. That's more than a little rough. No. Check out My Way. Oh, that's cute. Get your finger off the camera lens. Sonia, you funny. I don't need the inside of my nose cleaned. I like it. Not bad. Ooh. I really like this one. The green. Yeah. Barn looks in decent shape. The fence needs a little work. Floors need to be resanded and redone. Oh, I like that one. $9,000 though. 40-minute drive from Kiev. That's not bad. Okay, I'll play with you. I'll play with you. I have to end my stream though. Yeah, I like that one. I really like that one because of the green. Check this one out. No. It doesn't have that appeal. And that one just looks funky. Probably because of the picture, but I don't know. I still like this one. I've liked this one for a while. You know, you've seen this one probably 100 times now. But I like that one and I like this one. And this only 40 minutes out of the city. Add that one to my favorites too. And with that, oh, you want to play checkers, LJ? Okay, you want some? Okay. Checkers. Uh, play online, invite a friend. So anybody wants to play me in a game of checkers, click that link. You got a minute or two before I close it. Let me close out all this other stuff. Who wants to challenge me in a game of checkers to close out the night? Well, who got it? Oh, was that you, LJ? Oh, man. Got no other moves than to jump me. Playing checkers with somebody. I'm not sure who, but I think it's LJ. Okay. Well, someone didn't like that one. So, next challenger. You can once you get kinged. Is this you coming back, LJ, or is this somebody else? Oh, let me do a new one. Okay, here's a new one. Oh shoot, I forgot to change that. Oh. Oops. I just made a mistake. Oh. Thankfully, they didn't do the double jump on me. Now, what they should do where they gonna go? Where they gonna go? There. Don't forget there's a timer, LJ. Yeah, it's LJ playing me. Chungus needs an edible. Is it worth it? No. Yeah, I wish they were legal in my state. They should be legal in my state, but some governor named Christy Nome decided that she wasn't going to sign the bill that was passed by the people of South Dakota. If you don't have the crown, you can only go in the direction. Like this guy, I can only move forward. But because this guy has a crown, I can move him in any direction. Banner? Oh, bummer. Okay. Well, I guess LJ doesn't want to play. You coming back, or should I cancel this and make a new one, LJ? When you're doing it in with like normal checkers, like physically, yeah. But now they just put a crown on the image. Okay, if it reaches 9 seconds and she doesn't come back, I'm going to cancel, do a new one. Oh, give her some more time. Okay, it hits 8 minutes, and I'm gonna cancel and go to end the stream. Okay, let's try something else really quick. So, anybody play backgammon? And if no one picks this up at the 9-minute mark, I'm just gonna end the stream and go to bed. And play with my dog that's giving me the evil eye because I'm ignoring her. Okay, Sonia, it looks like it's going to be you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, nobody wants to play backgammon. Well, on that note, I'm going to say thank you all for coming to the stream. Oh, yes. Thank you for the reminder, BB. If you want to force me to buy another bag on the airplane, I am collecting medical supplies for my trip to Ukraine to give to Ukrainian soldiers. You can buy either the Bleed Stop, Israeli bandages, North American Rescue, hyphen chest seals, or the North American Rescue cat Gen 7 tourniquet. These are all about 10 to 15% cheaper than what we can buy them in Ukraine for. So you buy them, Amazon ships them to me. And let me go full screen here. So, and I get beautiful packages like this. That would fill up a small part of my luggage. Of course, tourniquets. I got 4 of those. That's enough for one soldier. The Israeli bandages. And of course, the chest seals. There we go. Well, help me fill my luggage and help Ukrainian soldiers. And get the one that dropped. Oh, that was crunchy. My back popped about 3 times when I bent over to pick that one up. Get back on the... Yeah, that's always possible, Steve. My PayPal link is in the description below. Give Again UA, and that is money that I use to fund other fundraisers, and I was using it to buy houses, but that's become more and more expensive as time goes on, as the wounded and damaged houses are becoming less and less available. Is costing more. What I used to get houses for before, I'd need 5 times as much to get a similar house. So I had a bit of a glory day there where I got like 12 of them done in 1 year. Last year I was only able to do 3 houses, and so far this year, because of prices, I haven't even been able to do 1. Just the prices of houses are up there, and the houses that need repair are pretty much not listed anymore. I keep looking, but 56 degrees. Oh, that's so nice. A lot better than the 80 it was, 2 nights ago at this time. Last night the temperatures were dropping. Right now they were about 65, 70 degrees outside. It was still like 80 degrees in here. And yeah, I'm about 64 in my room right now, and I'm loving it. On that note, again, thank you for coming to the stream. Please remember to hit the like, subscribe button if you're not subscribed. But most importantly, keep supporting Ukraine. Keep the word out there that what's happening over there. And have a good night. Stay safe, everybody. As one of my favorite cartoon characters always says, TTFN.